Hello and welcome back to Women's Football Talk, the YouTube channel that brings you all the latest news and stories from around the world of women's football. Now, before we get into today's video, make sure you hit that subscribe button and turn on post notifications so you never miss a video of ours. And we have had the Champions League return this week, with all teams playing on Tuesday and Wednesday in the third match day of the season. And on Tuesday, it was a good day for Chelsea as they played Servette Chinois of Switzerland, winning 7-0, with Frank Kirby and Sam Kerr getting a brace each in that game. The other game in their group saw Juventus and Wolfsburg drew 2-2. Christina Girelli scoring both goals, one late in stoppage time for Juventus there, and Tabitha Vasmuth and Lena Lettervine scoring for Juve. And then in Group B, PSG beat Real Madrid 4-0, and Zoya Tolodbud and Breidel drew 0-0. Now, obviously, if you're not aware, regards to PSG, there was a horrific story that came out on Wednesday morning regarding one of their players, and that is of course to do with Amandine Diallo. Reports from France came out saying PSG and France teammate Aminata Diallo is in police custody on allegations of attempting to physically injure Kira Hamraoui, who is obviously of PSG, to eliminate her in competition for places by having two masked men drag Hamraoui out of her car and punch and hit her legs. PSG released an official statement condemning the violence committed against its players using the plural, and notes the police custody of Aminata Diallo following an assault last Thursday evening, the 4th of November. RMC reports that several PSG women's players were threatened in the days leading up to the attack on Kira Hamraoui. Hamraoui's clan, shocked to learn of the possible involvement of Aminata Diallo in last week's attack. The duo were close and have been on holiday together, and apparently was in Diallo's car where this incident had taken place. And what makes it even crazier, Diallo had already featured in all of PSG's matches in the league and Champions League this season and played 88 minutes of their game against Real Madrid. So we hope that Kira Hamraoui can make a full recovery of this horrendous ordeal, and we can see her on the pitch sooner rather than later. And obviously we won't be commenting any further whilst the police investigation is still going on. Anyway, back to some more positive stuff and Wednesday's Champions League action. Arsenal travelled to Denmark to play Kroger, and they won 5-1, with Steph Catley getting the pick of the goals with a lovely free kick, her first goal for Arsenal. Barcelona, the other team, top team in their group, beat Hoffenheim 4-0, with Alexia Putellas scoring a brace. And then in Group D, BK Häcken beat Benfica by 1-0, with Elin Landstrom with the only goal in that game. And Lyon came from 1-0 down to beat Bayern Munich 2-1, with Janice Kamen and Amadine Henry amongst the goal scorers for Lyon, as we have reached the halfway point of this season's Champions League, and what a Champions League campaign it has been. Right, now to look towards this weekend's fixtures, and we've got a very tasty card of fixtures across all leagues. We've got some standout games. We'll start obviously over here in the WSL. On Saturday it is the North London derby from the Hive Stadium between Tottenham and Arsenal. Again, that I will in fact be going to. I'll try and create some content around that, and let's hope it's a really good game. And then on the Sunday we've got Everton Man United. We've got the second City derby, so Birmingham versus Aston Villa, Brighton Leicester, Manchester City versus Chelsea, and West Ham versus Reading in what is set to be a very good game. Then if we have a look at the other divisions across Europe, the top divisions that is, we have Barcelona versus Levante on Saturday, and Atletico Madrid versus Real Sociedad in two of the standout games over in Spain. Over in France this weekend, obviously the big game is Sunday evening as Lyon take on Paris Saint-Germain at 8 o'clock in what will be a very, very class game between the two sides that sit atop of the table. Obviously no side have lost a game yet so far. Over in Germany, the big game this weekend takes place on Saturday afternoon as Bayern Munich take on Wolfsburg, the two teams that are always up there competing for the title and are once again this season. Over in the Netherlands this weekend, we have FC Twente versus Ajax, Den Haag versus VV Alkmaar, Excelsior Barendrecht versus Zwolle, and Heerenveen versus Feyenoord. With FC Twente and Ajax taking place on Sunday, with the other games taking place on Friday. And finally, over in Italy, you got Juve versus Lazio, Napoli versus Sassuolo, Roma Fiorentina, Pomigliano versus AC Milan, Empoli versus Sampdoria, and Inter Milan versus Hellas Verona. So a very tasty weekend in Europe games, and we have more NWSL playoff games this weekend. The semi-finals that take place on Sunday, starting off with the OL Reign hosting Washington Spirit, 8 o'clock UK time, so that will be a very good watch. The Washington Spirit beat won last week in extra time 1-0 after a crazy game. And the second game sees the Portland Thorns take on the Chicago Red Stars from 10:30 UK time. Right, like I said at the start, make sure you like, comment and subscribe, turn on post notifications so you never miss a post of ours, and follow us on social media for all the latest news and stories from around the world of women's football. And until next week, we'll see you soon.